Welcome back to Autism at Home, brought to you by us at Early Autism Project Malaysia through our non-profit initiative, The Hope Project. I am Joshebet Isaacs and we are now in Lesson 3 of our Preparing for School series. And this lesson will be all about following rules and routines. Now there are plenty of school-specific routines, such as assembly, recess, or circle or carpet time, calendar checks, roll call, and the list goes on. We hope to be able to cover the basics of school rules and routines in this lesson. Now, a general overview would be for us firstly to identify the key school rules and routines according to the school your child is going to be attending. Prepare the necessary visual support, such as our usual social stories, visual schedules, visual rule cards. Then you want to practice in a simulated setup at home, and then to generalize to the actual school setting. And of course, not forgetting strong reinforcement throughout these routines in order to strengthen motivation and overall independence. So let's start with identifying the general school routines, starting with the school arrival or dismissal routine. Typically, there's either a waiting area for assembly first, or students head straight to their classrooms. The key aspects of this would be to ensure your kiddo knows where to go, knows where to wait, and knows where to place their school belongings. Then, within the classroom setting, do the school bags need to be placed in lockers or cubby holes or just beside their desk? And do the water bottles and snack boxes need to be placed at a specific station within the classroom? Once you've identified these key rules, it's as simple as making a social story and a rule card, and then you can just practice at home in a sort of simulated setup. Now, these strategies can also be applied to school dismissal routines. Next up is classroom routines, learning time. Now, typically the expectation of learning times is for a student to sit nicely, have their eyes on teacher or focus, and listen to teacher. Or in other words, cooperate with the teacher's instructions and complete the work. Now, the parts of this that can be very difficult would be for a kiddo to stay seated throughout the learning time, actually stay focused on the teacher, and to even understand the instructions. Therefore, a visual rule card with these 3 rules would help. And as mentioned in the previous lesson, to start with shorter durations that your child is successful with, pair with a strong reinforcer, and then to gradually lengthen that time. Another more specific concept of this routine could involve textbooks and require a student to identify the right textbook from their school bag or locker and then to turn to the page that the teacher is referring to. Again, this would be best to be noted down visually and may require some school shadow support initially. Next classroom routines are circle time. In some schools, there is circle time, or some call it carpet time or floor time. This essentially involves children sitting not at the desk but in a group on the carpet and paying attention to their teacher, who may be sitting on a chair reading a book, or students may even take turns to do things like show and tell. Again, similar to the learning time, the same visual rule card of sitting nicely, eyes on teacher, and listen to teacher can be utilized. And actually having the same expectation just keeps it so much simpler and successful for your child. Another more specific concept on this circle time routine would be to raise hands to answer a question. Again, this specific concept would be best practiced at home in a broken down manner before generalizing to school. Now, recess or break time. This is the part we all used to look forward to in a school day, recess. And so for our kiddos, this typically involves putting away their stationery, grabbing their snack bag and water bottle, then lining up to head to the canteen, stopping to wash hands at the toilet or straight at the canteen, sitting usually at an allocated spot, having their snack, putting away their snack box, and then joining the rest of their classmates to have some free play in the playground. Sounds simple enough, but that is pretty close to 10 different steps with quite a few transitions, and therefore it will be necessary to have a recess visual schedule in order to help your child understand the expectations. As for the reinforcement, this could be quite natural as to a special snack or treat upon finishing their recess routine, hopefully a healthy snack. as well as their choice for free play. Now, assembly. This may or may not be relevant to your child, as some schools have it and some don't, and it definitely varies from level to level in their age group. However, most schools that we have been to have at least a weekly assembly, ranging from announcements to special talks to awards day, etc. Now, the expectations for assembly is usually similar to circle time, except that there are a lot more students in the room, and therefore a child's ability to cope with the size of the crowd as well as to tolerate the sound in sometimes a closed school hall is very important. It will be best to practice these areas of tolerance separately if they are a concern, and to refer back to our Autism at Home Unit 15 on building tolerance. We would also suggest to adapt this to a child's needs and to work together with the school, as if this routine is very challenging for some of our kiddos. Perhaps they could initially skip the assembly and then build up their ability to sit through, starting with 5 minutes and then gradually increasing it. A child could also be given the opportunity to ask for a break if they are getting overwhelmed with the crowd and the sound. And so those are 5 of the key school routines. This may not cover everything, and there may be specific routines that apply to your kiddo's school, and so do try to apply the same general concepts. Identify what the specific expectations are, prepare the suitable visual schedules and rules, as well as practice with strong reinforcement. Additionally, there are also general rules and routines that occur throughout the school day, and that's things like lining up, raising hands, cleaning up, and so you want to ensure that you are practicing these concepts along with something like roll call in your therapy sessions at home. So now it's your turn. Identify which of the 5 key school routines, or if there are any other routines specific to your child's school, that is the main area of priority. Is it the school arrival routine or dismissal routine, learning time, circle time, recess, or assembly? Write down the specific steps your child needs to be able to follow. Remember to itemize them one by one. Then make a visual schedule or visual rule card accordingly. You can even download the samples from our online resource platform, www.autismathome.co. Don't forget to identify some strong reinforcement and then start to practice at home. Remember to break it down so it's easy enough for your child to be successful. Don't forget to pair with strong reinforcement, and most of all to provide sufficient practice so your child is able to retain the skill. Download our list of recommended rules and routines from our website, www.autismathome.co. Well, that's it for our lesson on rules and routines. We hope this has been helpful to you. In the next lesson, we will be talking all about communication in school. We'll see you soon.
Thank you very much for your support, and with the amount of interest we have received online, we have actually started providing online services and currently work with clients in other states of Malaysia, New Zealand, Philippines, Singapore, Switzerland, Indonesia, China, and Brunei. Get in touch with us for more information by scanning this QR code.
If you haven't already, do check out our online resource platform, Autism at Home, which has all the lesson videos, corresponding articles, and downloadables available for you for free. Stay updated through social media platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Do click on the subscribe and follow buttons to get more information. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye!